Didn't someone say I had flat biceps? Who said that? I don't know. Who said I had flat biceps? I don't know. I just gotta check to make sure, you know? I don't know. I'm checking. I don't know. I'm checking.
Okay, hey everybody, it's Just Bodybuilding Reacts. Big Ron Partlow, Dusty Hanshaw, Scott McNally. Remember, like, share, subscribe, comment, and
ring the bell.
Ring the bell. Remember, IamMutant.com, Dusty20, Big Ron 20. Go to IamMutant.com. Get your ISO Surge, get your all in. Everyone should get on the gear. Paul Dillett. Paul Delay. I remember a lot of Canadians used to say delay because we thought it was French.
He's a fellow Canadian, right?
Yeah, he's from Montreal.
That Sean, you will see this. And Kevin, nothing personal against you, two of you. But I did whip your ass last year. And I'm planning to do it again this year. Now, even though the judges put you guys ahead, that's okay. You know, we saw what everyone
I whipped your ass, even though I didn't place better.
Ain't gonna be no different this year. Gonna put it down just like that.
He was right. It wasn't any different. They both beat him again.
Yeah, but I love this clip because this shows what a freak Paul was. He was like, at the time, he was just like the mind-boggling giant at Gold's Gym.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
By now, you're gonna have it again. Most important thing right now is cardio and diet.
What's up with the towel in the mouth thing, Ron?
Ask Michaela. She knows.
Ask who?
Oh yeah, she does that too. Michaela?
Yeah. It's her shirt.
Yeah.
It's her shirt.
I don't know. He's chewing on this towel for the whole video. It's the weirdest thing. There's
I bet
Rico.
that goes against everything for cleanliness for Ron right there. That towel being touched in the mouth and on his body.
It just soaked his spit.
Yeah. Because now he's touching it. Now it's on a piece of equipment. If that goes back in his mouth, Ron's gonna puke.
Yeah.
Look at those arms.
About 290 right now.
290.
My legs are flat today because I've been doing cardio for about 3 weeks straight non-stop right now. And I've bumped it up to a little over 2 hours a day now. So
2 hours.
the legs are.
And I have people that are complaining when they have to do 35 minutes.
Just keeping them nice, keeping them
With
flat.
a ham.
But you
Yeah.
can see the skin is super thin on the legs. So once I cut the cardio out, they'll just fill back out. Everything will, you know, tighten up. All the separation will come out even better than they are now. Last year at this point, I think I was 18 days out. I was about 275, and this year, 18 days out, I'm at 290. So it's a big difference.
I'll tell you what. I mean,
Size-wise,
you can see his legs are definitely depleted from some of those shots. I mean, there's still great cuts in them, but a lot of people nowadays, I don't think would want to start posing their legs for a camera when they felt like they were flat. You know what I mean? Like Instagram, we only see the best. We see, like I had my cheat meal last night, you know?
Right. So you can see his glutes totally separate. See the glute med and the glute max up at the top? That's all separated. He's very conditioned, you know, even if he's flat or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't care if he's flat. That's nasty.
It is.
That's what I like to see.
Wait, yeah. Let's hear what's he saying right now?
So then we'll start. The weight will start coming down. So as we drop the sodium, you know, we'll see that you'll lose easily a good 8 pounds of fluid. You know, from like the barbecue sauce and ketchup and stuff like that. I like to put that stuff in my food. But I just can't get it down.
They didn't have sugar-free barbecue back then either, did
so
they?
let's finish up delts.
No. That's Casey Masterpiece for sure. That's why he's so big. Ryan did the same thing. It's like steroids.
Coming to an end.
I think I might have used that pec deck before. I feel pretty good about that right now. Oh, I hate when this happens.
By the way, it requires no acceleration. How do they do that?
Here we go.
Foul.
A lot of guys think they're going to win. A lot of guys putting guys in places. I guess these days everybody's a swami, you know. Everybody's got a crystal ball at home. I don't got no crystal ball. Except for I can say this much. When it's all said and done, there'll be a new champion. whoever it may be, hopefully.
So, Ron, did you ever see him around Canada?
No, I only saw Paul, well, when he was big, I only saw him at Gold's Venice. I saw him a couple different trips. When I went to Gold's, he was there.
Yeah.
The first time I went in '96, he pulled up in a Mercedes SEL, that same car that he had.
Yeah.
And he I remember he's blasting rap music, and he talked to us and stuff. Look at him in that shirt; he's just crazy.
Yeah, he
but
is.
yeah, and then the only times I've seen Paul after that were in Canada, but he was way retired.
Yeah, yeah. He is a big
That's like a
dude.
That's like the type of shirt you wear to a nightclub back in the '90s.
Yeah. And then wonder why you
Look
only
at
talk
that.
to dudes all night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not it, guys. That's a great machine, though, by the way. I love how it actually, you can, bring it in
It's
or
free.
out. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is
Kind of
nice.
you could barely fit into it.
Right?
Yeah.
Cybex.
Look at his arms, man. His arms are huge.
Could you imagine how much food it would take to fill him out if he was depleted?
Yeah, bonkers. How tall was he, Ron?
6'2".
Yeah.
Didn't someone say I had flat biceps?
I love this. Flat biceps.
I don't know. I just gotta check to make sure, I don't know. I'm checking. I don't know. I'm checking. I figured I had to make sure, Of course, I'm keeping my fingers crossed, and I'd love to win it. But again, like I said, just being able to improve from last year to this year, and all the problems I had this year with a double hernia operation, and separation from my wife and so forth. Going through all this and being able to surpass that and get myself in the condition that I'm in right now. I'm proud of myself.
Is that Charles Glass in the background there?
We'll see what happens
Oh, yeah.
on October
Yeah.
10th. That's about it for me.
Younger Charles Glass.
Yeah, Paul. Paul
That
was
was
a
short
freak
but
back
sweet.
then, man. Yeah, Paul was a freak. I remember we all thought that was the best clip at the time. That was Battle 98 came out, and that was a clip that everyone's like, man, he's huge.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because there was Darren Charles and Lee Priest and Sean Ray and, Kevin Levrone, and they got everyone in there, but that Paul Dillett clip with his arms on that press machine, I remember we were all watching that over and over. There's that little clip where he's walking on the treadmill at 2 miles an hour.
Okay.
Right? So I don't know if you can find it there, but there's that
I'll
little
look for
clip
it.
where he's walking on the treadmill at 2 miles an hour, and I saw that and I coined the term Dillett cardio.
Yeah, okay.
And Dillett cardio was super easy, flat, 2 mile an hour treadmill. You're just basically moving.
It's not in this one.
It's just prescribed movement. There's a clip of him somewhere. It might be in some other part of the video, maybe a credits or montage or something. But he's walking on the treadmill at 2 miles an hour.
Okay.
So I called it Dillett cardio for a decade.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I started working with Chris. And when Chris told me, do an easy walk, at one point he said, do an easy walk. This is early on in the prep, first time working with Chris. It's let's just do 20 minutes easy in the morning. And all I said to him, I go, Dillett cardio? And he goes, exactly. 2 miles an hour on the treadmill.
Nailed it.
Exactly.
That's
He
amazing.
knew exactly what I meant. I said Dillett cardio, and he literally said, he's 2 miles an hour flat treadmill. He goes, I love it. You just called it Dillett cardio? And I go, yeah. He goes, I love it. He goes, and then he goes, I'm gonna steal that, and I'm gonna use it so much that I'll think it was mine.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he has, which I love about Chris.
Yeah, and then there'd be lots of times when I was working with Chris where he'd be you're doing 40 cardio, right? And I'd go, yeah. And he'd go, what are you doing? And I'd be well, I'm doing some bike and some treadmill. He's let's add 20 minutes of Dillett cardio. And he started firing it back at me.
Every now and then you have to answer.
know?
You remember I started that, right?
Yeah, that's so funny. But it came from it came from that whatever part of that battle video he's on the treadmill. Just hilarious.
That's classic.
I also love because he's talking about 2.5 hours of cardio while doing it like that. It's like, you could have done that in an hour and a half. If
right?
You just kind of moved your ass a little bit.
Right.
No wonder he needed the 2 hours. Yeah.
Because I know, Ron, you're the same way. Like cardio to me should either be longer and easier or really hard and really short. You know what I mean? Right. So I always walked on the treadmill or walked outside. That was my cardio always. But just a good pace, like, 3.4 miles an hour. Like, I'm not running by any means, but just a big stretch. No. Yeah. So when you watch that, I'm like, my dogs would leave me if I walked that slow.
Legs that long
to go. Like, exactly. Donald's like, I got shit to do, Dad. We ain't doing this.
Yeah. No, that's a great clip. I love those old battle videos. They were so fun to get. They were so motivating. You know what I mean? And they'd usually come out after the Olympia, right? Like the Olympia would happen, and then like around December, that video would hit the store. Like we'd buy it from the supplement store. You'd go into the supplement shop, it'd be on the rack. You'd be like, the battle's in, or they'd call you up. Hey, we got the new battle. You go down and pick it up, It's good times. Good times.
We sold those for years. When I first started selling those, they were on VHS.
Yeah.
VHS, like, the TV VHS combined thing in every store.
Oh, yeah.
So we would play them all day long. That's why I know every single one of those in and out because, 7-8 years of them playing. And then when they came to the DVD, I had to get rid of that TV and buy a DVD one.
Yeah. I watched those. When you listen to an album so many times that when you hear, like, say, okay, for example, any AC/DC record. If I hear an AC/DC song on the radio, my brain expects the next song on the album.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So like if I hear Hell's Bells on the radio and Hell's Bells ends, I'm expecting the first chord to Shoot to Thrill. That's just how my brain is. So whenever I see like a battle video, I'm always like waiting for the next guy. Like I'm waiting for the next fade in is going to be, Durham Charles doing Flies or whatever.
Right.
Yeah. I just laugh at that whenever I see the battles. And I wonder if I remember them in correct order.
Right.
Well, we should go through all of them. I'm sure everybody would enjoy that too.
Yeah. Okay, everybody. Remember, It's Just Bodybuilding Reacts. We do these occasionally. And remember, the regular show comes out Wednesdays. It's Just Bodybuilding, the full meal deal. So thanks for watching this. Remember, like, share, subscribe, comment, and
the bell.
Yes, there you go. And remember, IamMutant.com, proud sponsors of the show. They take care of us, very hardcore brand. So use your Dusty 20, Big Ron 20, get your ISO Surge, get your All In, and everyone should get on the gear.
Lots of gear.
Remember lots of gear. Think Big Bodybuilding Patreon. Keep that going. Help out the channel.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, everybody. It's Just Bodybuilding Reacts.